Sarah the Gardener, and I am in my greenhouse with my mate Fennel. She's making herself well at home. Sadly, since I last spoke with you, I haven't actually done anything in the garden because it has done nothing but rain. I am not happy about this, especially as the weeds and the grass are still growing and desperately need my attention. However, my soil is still way too wet to work, which is really heartbreaking because I've got things I need to do. But the good thing is I have the greenhouse to save my sanity, and I have seedlings in every stage. It's just fabulous. So I've got little tiny ones that have just popped up. I've got ones that need transplanting out of the seed raising mix and into pots. I have ones in pots that need to go into bigger pots, and you can tell they need to go into bigger pots because you can see their roots coming out the bottom. These peppers have got quite a journey to go on because they're not going into the garden until the garlic comes out, and so and that's not till after the longest day, so that's ages away. So I shall just keep putting them in increasingly bigger and bigger pots, and then just pop them into the garden when the time is right. So yeah, so they're on a journey. I also have some potatoes. Those are swift. I need to check my diary because I think they're almost due to come out, which is kind of cool because they only take like between 60 and 80 days, so not long at all. And I planted pointing over there, you can't even see, planted my Jersey bennies because it is too wet to plant potatoes out in the garden at the moment. They just rot. It's still too wet. Because the thing is, Jersey bennies take 100 days. And on the 16th of September, Christmas was 100 days away. So that may come as a bit of a shock to you. I don't normally count Christmas, it's not my thing. But I do like to get my potatoes in, so we've got some for the big day. So yeah, I don't normally think about Christmas until at least a week or two beforehand, except for that one little week in September where I get my potatoes in. So I've got my Jersey bennies in. I've got loads of other seed potatoes chitting away that will hopefully go into the garden soon, if it stops raining. And I also gave up waiting for my yams to go in, so I've planted those in containers as well. So hopefully they will do well. Actually, hopefully they'll do better in containers. Yeah, I've never had an abundant harvest of yams, but I still keep trying. Right. So what I thought I'd do today is I've got all this transplanting to go on with, and I'm going to sow some seeds, probably my flowers, I think. I'll see what else I've got going on. But so I try to sow as per the needs of the seeds. The peppers, they are terribly slow growing, and so I always start those in the 1st of August. So that would be the last month of winter. And I mean, if you just look at an average one, I mean, that's now, what are we, almost the end of September, so that's a month and a quarter's growing, and so it's not much. I mean, if that was a zucchini or a cucumber, it would be like, whoa, for a month and a half's growing. I haven't planted any cucumbers, pumpkins, zucchinis or anything like that just yet because they don't need all that help. I normally sow those on the 1st of October for planting out about 3 to 4 weeks later, and that's all they need. Any more than that and they're just too big. And the other thing as well is, any earlier than that and it's too cold out there, they don't like it, they sulk, they're miserable, croppy little, yeah. So I haven't planted any of those yet, but I will. So what I might do is look at the flowers. I don't know flowers as well as I should, but I'm learning. So I just sowed them all at the same time, and when I get a moment, one day I'll understand them better, and then look back on this and go, oh my gosh, what were you thinking? So anywho, that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to sow some stuff and I'm going to do some transplanting. And if this rain stops, it was raining before, if that stops and the sky clears, then what I will do is put some peas in. I've got some pea seedlings that need to go into the garden desperately. And maybe try and get a bit of weeding. I don't know. We'll see. We'll have to check what the soil's like. Right. Onwards. Okay, I'm going to start by repotting these peppers because their roots are desperate to get out and I don't want to harm them. And I'm not putting them into a massive great pot. I'm just increasing it just a little bit because if you put them in too big a pots, then the roots just go quite leggy, and by keeping them nicely contained so they can gradually grow, you get a better root ball. So that's what I'll be doing. I'll be popping them into a container this size. It's not the end container. They'll probably end up in a container this big, but they're a long way off from being in a container this big. But yeah, so I just progress little by little till the end of the season, well, to the time they can go into the garden. So what I have here is a 50-50 blend of potting mix and compost. It doesn't need to be overly rich because the plants aren't going to be there for a long time. But I've chucked in a small handful of blood and bone just to give them a help along the way. Don't forget to label. The seed raising mix doesn't have a lot of nutrients in it because the plants don't need it. But by the time they get to this stage, they're looking for it. So you can see that's a really good, healthy root structure. It's not root bound. It's a good time to transplant it. So in it goes, plant it up. So there you go. It's quite simple. Try and keep it the same height in the soil as it was before. For most things, you can get away with planting tomatoes deeper, but most things prefer to be the same height. So easy. Yeah. Now there's bits in this as well, but this is a you know, a big enough pot that the roots can grow around it. Putting it into this pot, I actually sieved it so there were no lumps, no large lumps in there, because the pot's not very big and you don't want a big stick or something inhibiting the growth of the seedling. So just try not to harm those roots at the bottom. Put it in, and so there we have it. Oh, there's a big lump. Take that out. Here we go, and these are on their way. One step closer to going in the garden. Right, let's do one more. Easy. Okay, so I didn't actually sow any more seeds, but I did transplant everything that even remotely needed transplanting. So that would free up a lot of pots and things like that that I can wash and start again for seeds and things like that. So, oh, it's a never-ending cycle. I was beginning to think I was going to run out of pots. But it's a very hot 29 degrees in here now. Oh, the sun has come out. The rain has stopped. I did look at planting out the peas, but the ground is still a little bit too soggy, and maybe one more day without rain will be better for them. So all I have to do now is just water the seedlings that I've transplanted. Now I've put a seaweed tonic into my water to help resist transplant shock. And then that's it for today. I'm a bit stuffed. So come again soon. I will have more seeds to sow, and I'll bring you along and I'll show you planting out the peas, and I'll probably show you weeding and digging and all sorts of other things as we progress deeper and deeper into spring and head towards the summer. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye bye.